episode 486, keeping it lit. Flex On Podcast, episode 486 on your Monday night, getting you through your sports week and ending your sports weekend like nobody better. WrestleMania 41's in the books, as is the WrestleMania fallout on the Raw After Mania, NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, OV strikes again. Update all the playoff series. NFL draft is this week. What are we looking forward to? And we got a $50 million lawsuit against an NFL Hall of Famer. It's the Flex Zone Podcast. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell. If you're in the chat, make sure you vote on the poll as well. Let's get to it. More exciting than 2 nights of WrestleMania. It's the Flex On Podcast, fellas. Only place giving you sports how you want it,
when you need it.
Episode 486, keeping it lit. NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, NFL draft, $50 million lawsuit against NFL Hall of Famer. You guys know the drill. If you're watching on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter, follow us on X, Flex On One. Officially verified. You'll see the blue check mark. We're live on there. Shout out to everybody on X. Come on over to us here on YouTube, the mothership. Shout out to everybody on the love. Been showing big love all weekend. flexon1@gmail.com. And of course, another episode in the books as we get started. The one and only Big Raj, the meat man. He's back with us, ready for another fun week of sports as he gets ready to devour some meat watching the draft.
No bread, no water, just meat.
Finish him, Daddy.
That's one big son of a bitch! Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking. I didn't know this table could break.
These international crowds are fun, Wade.
How you feeling, Raj?
I'm feeling all right, man. Long weekend. WrestleMania felt super long. You know, SmackDown, WrestleMania Night 1, the Hall of Fame, WrestleMania Night 2, Raw tonight. Oh my God, it was so much wrestling. NXT, I forgot about that. It's just so much going on, man. And then on top of that, you got the NBA playoffs going on as well. So it just was like nonstop, like, you know, boom, boom, boom. My phone kept going off. It's crazy. Just crazy.
Let's turn things up with the voice of reason, the captain of the Goofy Ship, the co-founder, the Commandalorian himself. Just like on WWE, we have our sing-alongs here on the Flex Zone.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand up. Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we? The Commanders.
Well, now that's goofy. Stupid. Just stupid. Jam. Oh, jam.
Are you sick of that sound yet, Cravante?
Nope, never. This is our time of the year. And it's the week of, baby. I can't wait. I cannot wait, man. I'm here, man. Let's get this thing started.
Last but not least, the OTC, the main eventer, the record-breaking champion, the co-founder, the dean of Boss Hall University, the one, the only, Drizzy Dre. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together.
Acknowledge me. Fatu, the Samoan werewolf. I love you solo.
Drizzy Dre.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Like Raj said, a long weekend, but well worth it, man. Well worth it. Luckily, WrestleMania season is over, and we're, on the road to
other things in sports, man. This is it's always a debate about like what's the best time of the year for sports. Is it this time when you have the playoffs of NHL and NBA, WrestleMania, NFL draft, or is it later when you have the World Series, college football, NFL football? It's always a debate, but either way, I love this time of the year. This is one of my favorites.
Let us get right to it, fellas. We had some big news come out today in the world of sports media. One of the biggest names in sports media, former NFL Hall of Famer, well, an NFL Hall of Famer, former NFL great, Super Bowl champion, Shannon Sharpe. You know him, Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, First Take. He is facing a $50 million lawsuit. It's coming from an ex who he dealt with, who claimed he R-worded her multiple times, in which she described as a controlling and abusive relationship. Lawsuit was filed on Sunday in Nevada, obtained, of course, by, like Drake calls him, the National Enquirer, aka TMZ Sports. Accuses the former Denver Broncos tight end of sexually assaulting the woman, identified only as a Jane Doe, on separate occasions between 2024 and 2025. They claim they met at a gym in 2023 in LA when she was 20. And mind you, he was in his mid-50s as well. She alleges Shannon Sharpe approached her with inappropriate comments, including suggestions he would buy her fake body parts if she beat him in a weight loss challenge as well. Apparently, he relentlessly called, texted her, and repeatedly demanded that she visit his Beverly Glen residence, where it was a consensual relationship, but she describes it as toxic and abusive. And I quote, he demanded complete control over time and body. Attorney, who we know, Raj, Tony Busby, wrote in the complaint, quote, expecting her to be at his house on his schedule at his command whenever he called. Despite the ongoing abuse, Doe said the relationship continued as they relocated to Nevada in mid-2024. She accuses him of the first incident in October of 2024 at her apartment. She tried to distance herself from the widely publicized Instagram Live controversy as well. And the second assault happened in January 2025 as well. Showed up with gifts only to allegedly attack her again. She's seeking $50 million in damages, Dre.
You coming straight to me with this, man? I
Because you said you didn't want to. You was a little iffy about touching it, but
I
we talk about the tough topics, man. We got
we do talk about the tough topics. It's funny because I was unaware about all this until Paul Heyman kept mentioning it today on ESPN during the Pat McAfee show. I just didn't understand what was going on, and then our group broke the news about what was happening with the article. Of course, you still want more details because this is so fresh, and it was baffling because Shannon Sharpe was on First Take today like nothing happened. So I'll reserve. I'm not going to pick a side because there's still a lot of details left to come out about this, but it's very unfortunate, especially the rise of Shannon Sharpe, what's happening right now with his podcast, with Ocho, his personal podcast, his liquor. He's got First Take. He's got a lot of different business ventures out there. So it just remains to be seen. And I just hope that this isn't true, being that he's got everything that he's got going on right now.
As you can see, Cravante laughing. These are the text messages that Shannon Sharpe defended himself with, by the way, to dispute that it was not consensual, in which she said to him initiating sexual innuendos. Raj, I'll let you go, and then I'll let Cravante get himself together. Go ahead, Raj.
Man, it's just I don't understand why dudes put themselves in this type of situations. I don't get it. I don't understand. Shannon Sharpe is old enough to know that he should not be putting himself in this type of situation, man. I mean, we've seen Harvey Weinstein get taken to jail. We've seen Bill Cosby get taken to jail. R. Kelly with his foolishness getting taken to jail. It's like, bro, we're in a new age. And this is a recent relationship. This is not like it's back from the 2000s and 2010s. This is like last year. Like, is this the same Michelle that was on camera with him while he was doing this thing? Is that the same chick?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm like, I don't understand, bro. Like this is the reason why you left CBS back in the day. This is the reason why you left CBS the way you left it, because you've been accused of stuff like this before. It's like you gotta chill out, man. You got to chill out these days and times, because women will get you. If you acting foolish, they gonna get you. If you doing something stupid, they gonna get you. If you get caught with your hands in the cookie jar, they gonna get you. And you've been wilding out on a lot of these podcasts with you and Ocho, talking about you gonna do this, that, and the third, talking about just hilarious, how thick she was, and all this other nonsense. It's like, bro, you gotta calm yourself down, man. We in a new age, and you gotta act appropriately, especially when you're the top guy right now. Like, of course, everybody's gonna come for you. I mean, did you not learn from Cat Williams last year when he told you they gonna come for you, bro? You the top dog. You in Stephen A. Smith's lane of money right now. So of course they're gonna come at you, and of course Tony Busby is definitely gonna want to come get you. He definitely gonna want to come get you. So I'm very disappointed in Shannon Sharpe. I'm not really surprised, because we know how Shannon, likes to be goofy and gets down, like we seen with an old girl that he was messing with. So I don't know, man. Hopefully it's not true. Hopefully it was consensual. Hopefully he can prove that.
Who this?
I Googled it.
Google it.
That's the girl.
Karate, we Google it on the show.
Yeah, we
always
Google
Google it.
everything.
Yes.
But you got to be careful.
But
man.
it says right there, not associated with Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah, okay.
So,
but
and remember, Cravante, she was in her 20s and he's in his 50s. So
right, and this is goofiness at all time high. This is goofiness at an all time high. So if I hopefully nothing happens to him. Hopefully he keeps his jobs and he doesn't get taken to jail and none of that. But bro,
jail.
You gotta be more careful, man. Come on, Shannon. You damn near almost 60. You ain't acting as goofy.
Go ahead, Cravante.
Oh man. Okay. So I agree with Raj to a degree. Shannon Sharpe, you got to play this game way better. You too old to be slipping up like the young boys, like the Anthony Edwards and the Jalen Greens of the world. Like you can't be slipping up, like this. But this is a sham. I think this. Oh, you made it bigger. Come on, bro.
What? Some people could be visually impaired. We gotta be inclusive, right, Rob?
When I'm talking, that's what I do while I'm talking.
Just for the record, you put me onto this about 15 minutes ago. Thank you.
Yo, I think, and I laugh because I don't think this is going to go anywhere. I really don't. Like, if you can't be the one to say, pretty much it was non-consensual when you saying wild stuff like this. Like this is an open and shut case. Like, what are we talking about? Now obviously there still has to be some investigation. This is still fresh, but the way this is going, I think Shannon he may escape this unscathed, really. Now folks are always gonna look at him, however they look at him, because most of the people think Shannon Sharpe is he played both sides of the fence. You know what I'm saying? That's a thing. So it's all over the place with Shannon, but one thing I know Shannon does really well is being able to secure a bag. And moving on, the biggest flex is moving on from Skip Bayless. Like that Undisputed, he's way bigger than Undisputed. Undisputed is no more. We ain't heard from Skip. We ain't heard from nothing. Wow. You can't do this while I'm talking. You have to stop doing this while I'm talking. Like, you have to stop. But yeah, Shannon, OG Sharpe. You got to play this a little bit better, man. You got to play this a little bit better. But one thing I know, he got them receipts. So, the contents of their relationship is shown and in 4K. Like, she said a lot of wild stuff, and it looked like she was trying to trap him. And with some of these texts, it looked like he was trying to, she was trying to trap him. But neither here nor there. They're going to continue this investigation, but I don't see this going anywhere. I think Shannon Sharpe is cool, and it was one thing. It's always interesting, the timing when folks get caught up. It's usually after they sign a big deal, big contract, or something like that. So that's why I think this is a sham. Like, I think this is a total money grab. Like, I don't think this is nothing else to it. So I think Shannon Sharpe is going to make his way out of this, and I think he will be okay. He'll be okay moving forward, but just unfortunate. And there's always going to be folks out there looking for a money grab. But man, Shannon Sharpe came out with he dropped them receipts fast as ever, didn't he?
I'm gonna say this, man. This is a Whitlock special. When you're thinking with your penis, it can lead you to all kinds of trouble. And when they have you in a compromising position, like they do Shannon Sharpe right now, you're gonna be let's just say you're gonna be theirs forever.
Hey, Byron, keep that up real quick, because I just want to comment.
Yeah, go ahead,
talking about Shaq and Shannon Sharpe. You gotta remember, Shaq was actually married, and he lost his wife on being out here in the streets too much, feeling himself. But Shannon Sharpe, on the other hand, he hasn't been married, and he said he's not. I don't think Shannon Sharpe is going to get married because of what Raj was alluding to earlier about just how the game is just different now. But again, you got to know how to play the game, especially when you older like that. Because I remember him trying to lock down Nicole Murphy.
Another bad idea. Another bad idea.
But I don't know if he ever got Nicole Murphy or what, but yeah, this just ain't good. This is not a good look. And like you said, Karate, when you right after you get the bag is when the trouble comes. And then, like Raj, like you said, when you become the top guy, they come for you. So you just gotta play it, smarter. Especially when it comes to these, type of situations.
I'd be like Jay-Z.
I was just saying, if you don't know Tony Busby, he has represented plaintiffs against Deshaun Watson, Diddy, and Jay-Z. So he's not afraid to go after the big dog. So he's going to come for blood.
Yeah, but didn't he also lose recently to Jay-Z? Because Jay-Z, didn't he read him the riot act?
Well, they kind of compromised the witness, but
that's another story. I'd be like Jay-Z. He ain't going at Jay-Z no more. Oh no. But people like Shannon Sharpe, people like Diddy, that be thinking with their little head, yeah, they're gonna come get you. They're gonna come get you. So stop thinking with your little head, start thinking with your big head. So you won't be in those compromising positions.
Let us know. Sound off down below what you guys think about the Shannon Sharpe lawsuit and kind of where it goes from here. Does he have any issues he needs to look forward to? And what do you think about this whole situation? But speaking of football, we got a big time week of NFL action coming as the NFL draft is this Thursday. A lot of ways this can go, but I'll start with you, Dre. How are you feeling with the draft?
I'm really curious about how the Ravens draft this upcoming draft, what we're going to do. Byron, we've said multiple times about a need for a pass rush, safety, or corner. So just wondering which direction they're going to go in. Rumor has it that they could go with a line. With somebody to help with the O-line. I just feel like they need something on defense. It would be good if we could get one of these top receivers again, because I'm not sold on D-Hop, but hey, that's neither here nor there. And it was also shocking to me is not about Travis Hunter or about Abdul Carter, the Cam Wards. Shador. Where's Shador going to go? Is he really going to fall to the Steelers? Is he going to fall, somewhere to like the Saints? Because some draftees
Go ahead, Raj. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. About the NFL draft, we got the 27th pick. We're in a situation where we can pick anything. Safety, guard, pass rusher.
Stop. Don't you put
You
that out
name
there
it.
in the universe. Stop.
What? We can pick a
I don't want a
guard.
guard, man. I don't want a guard.
You
A
need-
guard is not going to help us get over the hump, okay? All
Byron,
you geeks out there.
Byron, it's not about what you want. Okay.
God damn it.
It's about what's best for the team. And if we need an extra guard, if Voorhees isn't ready or if Falele is being Falele, then God damn it, go get the best guard in the draft. Okay. That's all I'm saying. But either way, I want the best person at 27. All right. So who's ever out there that can come to the Ravens and make a difference day one, please come to the Ravens. That's what we want. Because we're already a Super Bowl contending team. We have a lot of positions that are already locked down. So we just need, guys that are depth pieces and a couple of starters here and there. So if Ravens can do that, it'll be fantastic. It'll be great. And I will not complain like some people do. I will not complain. So that's just my thoughts. But it should be a very entertaining draft, though. And I do want to see where Shador goes as well. Hopefully it's not the Steelers. But we've seen things happen in the NFL draft that are like, So there you go.
Let me that's a cool stat actually. I like that. The Broncos, Seahawks, and Ravens. Let me say this real quick before Karate chimes in, because this is going to his team. I put in the chat that there's a rumor saying that the Philadelphia Eagles, because they didn't get Myles Garrett, could go after Abdul Carter. If they get Abdul Carter to pair him with that other Carter boy on that line, that D line, I'm sorry, brother. There ain't no Commanders going to no Super Bowl, bro. That's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles dominating with two premier pass rushers under their rookie contracts. I would just feel sorry for anybody in that NFC East because it's already tough to beat the Philadelphia Eagles as is, and I don't know how they make these type of moves. I don't know how they're still under the cap with everybody. They pay people and still under the cap. They like the Golden State Warriors. They somehow make it work when you think it's impossible. But if they do this move, if they do that power move, I'm just already going to just punch my ticket and say that, look, I'm putting that money in Vegas. However, Byron or Karante, y'all let me know Ralph, let me know where to place that bet right now, because then I'm going to just say that the Philadelphia Eagles going back.
Cravante, nice little stat there for you. The Ohio State with the most players selected since 2000, reigning, defending national champions.
You're damn right. So yeah, I actually saw that. A rumor about that last week, right? But I guess if anybody would do it, it would be Howie Roseman. But it's highly unlikely to go from 32 to 4. Like, you have to give your whole draft to pretty much to move up that many spots.
Well, remember they're talking about giving up AJ Brown, so
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't.
That's a stretch. Now, I give up AJ Brown for Abdul Carter. I don't think that's even. because you're losing a big weapon. So now your best receiver is Devontae Smith. And that's a different offense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as scared of them offensively without AJ Brown. Being honest.
Well, to me, I don't think I think it was really Saquon that was the one that was scary to me on the offense, and I think it was their defense that really carried them into where they got to ultimately.
But AJ Brown being out there, you have to play balance. But if AJ's not there, all right, we can focus on Saquon and one-on-one with Devontae Smith, and whatever happens. But AJ Brown being out there and Saquon on the same offense, that's a little bit different. That's much harder to defend. AJ's not there. AJ not being there, I think it's a little bit easier to defend Saquon. But that would be crazy. I'm very interested to see that type of ransom that the Patriots would have to would receive, because again, they're at 32 and the Patriots are at 4. So that's a whole hell of a lot of draft points to cover. But I also hear that Patriots really love Will Campbell, Byron. They really like Will Campbell. But if Abdul Carter's there at 4, I find it hard for them to not take him. But
you think the Giants gonna take Shador at 3? I mean, that's the only.
I don't think so.
I say New Orleans at 9, maybe. I say New Orleans at 9.
And that's what I was saying.
I think New Orleans. New Orleans at 9 is his ceiling. At first it was New York before they brought in Wilson and Winston, because I think Brian Daboll they playing for their job. So picking a Shador Sanders that high would not bode well for them keeping their jobs. But maybe they could make a trade back into the first round depending on how far he falls. But I think his ceiling now, instead of being the Giants, I think his ceiling is with New Orleans, and I think his floor is Pittsburgh. So I think he go anywhere in that range. Now, if Pittsburgh passes on him, then I can see the Browns or the Giants, jumping back into the first round with a high second round pick, trying to get back into the first round to get Shador. But I think that's the biggest question. One, how many running backs are going to go in the first round, and where does Shador Sanders go? I think those are the two biggest questions I have, at least, going into this draft. But I'm very interested to see what the Commanders do at 29, because this is unfamiliar territory. We're not used to picking this late ever. So we really have to play the game like the Ravens and let the draft come to them, because me and Byron, again, check out our profiles. We've gone over a bunch of different players. I say the same thing. I say the same thing pretty often with Byron. This is not a heavily talented, elite level talented draft. There's a lot of mid-round guys that probably have the same grade as a second round guy. Mid first round, mid second round, probably the end of second round. They probably all have similar grades. So really, outside of the top 10, you know what I'm saying? The grades from who you would pick at 11 all the way down to in the 40s is probably not that much different, which is going to be interesting, because I do think there won't be that many trades in this first round because of it depends on how subjective you're being with these positions. But there's nobody like that's lights out. It's probably like maybe 3 or 4 blue chip guys in this draft. Probably Genty, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter. That's probably it. Where it's like, oh, these are bona fide guys right here. Everybody else is kind of like, we could get them later, You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be interesting. But I don't think there will be many drafts. So don't look for many drafts in this in the first round. And Byron, I'm interested to know if that bet is out, or what's the over under on drafts. I'm sorry, over under on trades in the first round, because whatever it is, I'm probably taking the under.
We'll probably get those numbers if they're not out already, definitely within the next day or so. I'm just intrigued to see. I think it'll be under as well. A lot of teams staying pat or trading back if they can.
Yeah, but you got to have somebody trade up with you. That's the one part about that. I would love for the Commanders to trade back, but you gotta have a trade partner. So we may have to stand pat and pick at 29, but I think we'll get a good player that can add to the roster. Hopefully one of those pass rushers fall, but we'll see.
Real quick, Cavante, I remember I told you this. Those Raiders, man, I don't know why they keep jumping out to me, man. They got a lot of picks, man. A lot of picks. I keep seeing all these picks. I think they take Genty at 6. Do they maybe go get a player, in round 2 or 3 at the quarterback position? They got Brock Bowers. Interesting to see what they do.
Wow, I didn't know they had this many picks. Wow.
I just believe Tom Brady's gonna get it together. I don't know if it's gonna be this year, but he's gonna get it together.
No, it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time. But with this many picks, you could definitely make something shake. In this draft, between rounds 2 and 4 is a lot of value picks. That's where a lot of value picks are going to be. And it seems like they got quite a few picks, and their later round picks, they could possibly move up into those parts of the round to get those guys. But it's going to be interesting. Picking Genty at 6 would be crazy. Would absolutely be crazy, and their offense will turn into they'll be lit overnight if they do it right.
I hope they don't get it together, because the Raiders. I mean, it's this foolishness, man. Chucky gone.
Remember, Dre, they beat the Chiefs every year, though. They play the Chiefs tough every year.
Yeah. The last head coach, Antonio Pierce. Now you got Pete Carroll. It's just like with the head coaches, man.
That's the old head division, Dre. You got Pete Carroll, Andy Reid, Jim Harbaugh, and Sean Payton.
They're all old folks,
but they're experienced.
But like you said, it works. So that's the only thing. It does.
All
work.
Super Bowl or national championship winners, Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah. We'll see.
I mean, yeah, we were gonna try to give you guys at least one more mock draft, but that may be considering everything going on.
Be a day of the draft. How about that?
Maybe a solo. It may be a solo one-person draft Thursday morning. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. But I'll be doing my top 5 prospects.
Oh, hey, Byron, were those were the attendees, the folks that's coming?
Yes. Do you need that again?
Can I see that one more time?
Yes, you can.
Because some guys probably shouldn't be there. Being honest,
maybe a lot of those guys shouldn't be there.
A lot of these guys probably shouldn't be there, yo. Campbell, yep, they out there. I don't know about Dart. I wouldn't go if I was you, player.
I don't know about Jalen Milroe.
Milroe wouldn't go if I was you. There's a chance he can go, but like I said in my Shedeur Sanders profile, if Shedeur falls, that makes it less likely that Milroe or Dart go in the first round. So, yeah, I wouldn't even go if I was them. I don't want all them cameras in my face. Y'all remember when Aaron Rodgers got drafted? That was not great times.
Yeah, Shedeur is going to be at home as well with his family as well. So
good.
There you go. Yes,
that's good place to be. But Dart, I mean, unless you want to just show off your designer suit or whatever, but I wouldn't go unless it was like, yo, it's a guarantee. Like I'm going. Like Abdul Carter, Will Campbell. All them boys going. Travis Hunter, all them boys are going. Cam Ward. But if you want to seesaw, you teetering, I wouldn't even go.
And this whole Jalen Milroe to Cleveland is picking up steam, Cavante. Remember I said they see Lamar Jackson, then Milroe. Cleveland at 33. I think the GM Andrew Berry just said he's faster than Lamar. So I mean, they could take a shot on Milroe in the top of the second round. But they probably would ruin that brother's career. I don't know.
Of course, because there's some organizations that just can't get right. So I mean, it's you got to have a special ability to single-handedly change the trajectory of a organization. It takes a special player to do that, and Cleveland's one of those teams where I just don't think it can happen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we'll see what's up with them, but they in the AFC North, so we don't care.
All right, we'll see what happens with draft. You may see me Thursday morning. We'll be live for the draft, so stay tuned. More draft profiles coming. We'll keep you posted on that. Check the community tab. Let's get to the NBA playoffs, guys. They are started out. The Pistons won today. First playoff win since 2008. Tied up their series with the Knicks at 1-1. Right now, we have the Clippers and Nuggets going back and forth. I think that might be a 7-game series. Pacers up 1-0 on the Bucks. Cavaliers up on the Heat. Celtics on the Magic. Warriors beat the Rockets. Lakers fall to the Timberwolves. Nuggets beat the Clippers. They're up 1-0 already. And Thunder pretty much just devoured and just annihilated the Grizzlies. I don't even think they're a team anymore.
Their team.
Raj, what do you think about these playoffs, man? You said they've been kind of nothing really exciting. A lot of blowouts.
It's been dry. It was just with WrestleMania, with it being WrestleMania weekend, it was kind of hard for me to follow the playoffs. And then, like I said earlier, it was a lot of blowouts. And then I had other things I had to get done before WrestleMania came on. And then when WrestleMania was on, the Lakers was playing, and it didn't even matter because the Lakers was getting blown out too. So it was a lot of blowouts. It just felt like it was the wrong weekend that playoffs should have started. It should have started last weekend, I think. But it is what it is, man. Hopefully they do get better as the days go on. But it just felt like, okay, blowout. This person's going to lose by 50, or this person's going to lose. This team is going to lose by 50. This team is going to lose by 30. This team is going to lose by 25. I'm like, bro, what are we doing? Like, well, you just go out there, get your ass kicked, and then game one. Then that's what we're going to do. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. But like I said, hopefully it gets better. Hopefully when Damian Lillard comes back, the Bucks can play better, because Kyle Kuzma stunk up the joint. He had 22 minutes with no points,
Cardio,
no assists, no rebounds, no blocks, no steals.
Cardio.
Like, who does that?
Cardio.
Who does that, man? But
cardio.
Yeah, yes, cardio. But I'm very disappointed though so far.
Thoughts on your Lakers real quick? Will they get it together?
They need to. I mean, Luka had 38, I think, or something like that.
He had 37. LeBron at 19.
They need to get it together, man. We cannot see the Lakers, get that ass kicked again against the Timberwolves, because I think if they get their ass kicked again in LA, I think they're gonna get swept. So hopefully they show up.
Oh, come on, man. Here we go.
But you mean, come on? I'm just saying they could get swept if they don't show up. That's what I'm saying, Dre. We already knew. Look. This is probably we already knew they had a tough time because
Gay Redick.
Shut up, D. We already knew they had a
unnecessary. Just unnecessary.
We knew they was gonna have a tough time because they don't have another center. Okay, all they have is Jalen Hayes. Well, Hayes. All they have is Hayes. He's not really a center like that, but we knew that going in. They have Rudy Gobert, they got Naz Reid, they got Julius Randle, they got a lot of big guys. So if the Lakers are not hitting their jump shots, them rebounds is going to go their way. So that's what I'm saying. They need to be on their A game when they shooting these threes and these twos and going inside the paint, because if they don't, they could get swept by them. That's all I'm saying.
And I'll just make it brief.
Go ahead, Dre.
We already look. The Thunder, for everybody, they shut all that noise down when everybody had all these question marks about whether or not they'll get to the finals. Winning by 50 on them boys, yeah, they ain't playing around. Say Gilgeous-Alexander, MVP for sure, and he's coming for the chip. As far as the Lakers go, not concerned. It was game one. We all know how LeBron really is. Game one, he usually always does this weird thing where he'll lose game one, feel it out, look at tape, and then come back ground and pound for game two. So them boys will be ready. They just need the others to step up. We know what LeBron and Luka will do. Knicks, we know it's going to be the Knicks advancing over the Pistons. So I don't even know why people are excited. I thought I would see more out of the Bucks because they said Dame should be back off an injury, and then again, this Bucks team don't look the same that they used to.
Who's their coach? Who's their coach?
We're not gonna go through this. We know who the coach is.
That's what are you expecting then?
I don't expect much. I think something we've collectively said here. This is it for Giannis. Greek Freak is out. After this is out because either him or Joker, well, maybe both are out after this. I don't know how one of them is going to go because it just can't continue on like this. Two greater players, small market, and then you gotta be subjected to this foolishness that's going on within your organizations. One of them's going to be out. Clippers Nuggets, I think that'll probably be the best one, and then it was one with the Warriors. Who the Warriors play? Warriors or Rockets.
Yeah,
that's another good series right there, I think. So, like The Rock says, sit back and enjoy the ride.
Yeah, they draw these playoff series out for like a month for one round.
Wait, and real quick, they need to go back to this 5-game format in the first round. I know it's a money grab with the 7 games, but change it back to 5 with the first round because this just makes no damn sense. Like, like we're tired of the blowouts. Where like players act like they don't want to be in the playoffs and compete. It's just like, at this point, just make it 5 so that way we could just take you out of your misery and
then everything's a damn flagrant foul. Like I'm looking at the game now. I mean, guys are getting flagrants for normal. I mean, this is goofy, man. But go ahead, Devontae.
I agree. I actually agree with Dre, man, because I agree with Dre and Raj because I know he was saying that this weekend probably wasn't the best weekend for the playoffs to start, but this is not the best first round because there's such a gap in between like the top of a conference and the bottom, of a conference, at least in the East. So you probably, I think we should make this a 5-game series just to make it shorter. Like we know for the most part who's gonna win. It's probably a series or two where it's like, it may go one way or another, but for the most part, we can pretty much tell. And that first game, I mean, that first day, it was like, ooh, like pretty much all the favorites won except for Houston, I think. And that's an age versus beauty thing. So that'll be fun for that aspect of things. But like the Celtics and the Cavs, OKC, like those we could do without. We can really do without. And maybe the Nuggets and the Clippers may turn into something. But I disagree with Dre, man. I'm excited for the Pistons, man. The Pistons, Detroit basketball.
They win game 3, Cavante, in the crib. That's gonna be an interesting series.
Listen, they gave New York all they could handle in game 1. And won game 2. This is a series. Like, don't be surprised if this goes the distance, because I don't think New York has they haven't been together long enough to just be like, all right, let's turn this switch on and we about to win the next 3 games. I don't think New York is like that. Like, I think this series is at least going 6 games because I think Detroit got another win in them. The pace, the Bucks are, again, I don't believe much in them because of who their coach is. So I wouldn't be surprised if they lose in the first round. And if they lose in the first round, Giannis is out immediately after they lose. Like, immediately. Kevin Durant, the Joker, and Giannis are out of there. I can't wait to see where they go. Who knows? They may flip-flop. Who knows? They may flip-flop conferences. I agree with Raj to a certain degree. I don't think a sweep will happen, but the Lakers better not lose game 2. The Lakers better not lose game 2. But LeBron, this is a LeBron thing, though. Like, losing game 1, this is very much LeBron. Like, I do think Coach Redick will make some adjustments. LeBron will make some adjustments, and the game 2 is a must win. So I think they will win game 2. What's interesting is the Rockets and the Warriors, because again, we're talking about age and beauty. Steph Curry and them been there, done that 1,000 times. They were winning championships when a lot of them boys on the Rockets was youngins. You know what I'm saying? So keeping the youngins engaged is a big task for Udoka. We know he's a hell of a coach. Went to the championship pretty much as a rookie head coach. He has a lot to offer for the Houston Rockets, but being with a young team that's used to running and gunning, you know what the Warriors and Steve Kerr going to make them do? Slow it down. Make them play offense. Make them play in the half court. Houston's not the best team when it comes to that. So it's all about adjustments. We're going to take away what you do best. And Steve Kerr has been doing this for a while. And the Warriors have been doing this for a while. So making this knockdown drag out probably will go in the Warriors' favor. Celtics Magic, I don't think it's much to be said there. Cavs Heat, ugh. And that's pretty much that. Grizzly, please get the Grizzlies out of there. I'm tired of seeing John Morant throwing bombs with the guns. I'm tired of it. I'm absolutely tired of it, man.
I think the Pacers and Bucks, they said, played like 18 times over the past 19 months between playoffs last year, the play-in, the in-season tournament.
That's about right.
They're in the same division, so they play a lot. So that series can go either way. But I know you don't like Doc Cavante, but if Giannis is that guy, which he is, he should be able to get out the first round.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
We'll see.
I've seen Doc work for a while now.
I've seen Doc go 3-1.
I've seen it.
Get the ball to Giannis and get the hell out the way, damn it. Just go for 50, damn it. Do what Jokic is doing. Dang. We'll see. Playoffs, they'll be on forever. We got till June. We got the challenge. If you're in the challenge, keep track with us on ESPN. Shout out to everybody who joined. All 800 plus of you.
It's a lot of people, man.
A lot of people. Shout out to you guys. Can't wait to do it for the NFL season. I'm hearing we got an NFL version of this, so we can do this for that. So I'll keep you posted. Details to come as we move forward there. But I think we can get ready to get goofy. Cavante, ready to get goofy now?
Man, listen, you got the do you have the videos up? Can you pull those up?
Yeah, just tell me what you need. I will get it for you, my brother. Let's get goofy up and we'll do what we do.
Okay.
Of course. Something wrong here.
Stupid. Just stupid. Well, now that's goofy.
Jam.
Yep.
Oh, jam.
So the videos that was in the group chat, I think the one with D in it. I think the one with Blackman and Rogers' girl, Mrs. Ross. But welcome, good people, to Goofies of the Week, sponsored by the Flex Zone. Appreciate you guys to give me a little bit of time to let me tell the good people what I thought was goofy this week. You know, we talk about all levels of goofiness. We talk about high, low, in the middle, all in between, and it's a whole lot of goofiness to go around. Some sports related, some not sports related. We call ourselves a sports podcast, but we talk about a little bit of everything. So I have a sports one and I have a non-sports one. I don't believe that's not what he looked like. Yo, I swear that's not what he looked like. But yeah, man, that don't look like the same person. But
I don't think these kids realize how good he was in college.
Yo, he was oh my gosh. But anyway, okay. Justin Blackman. What was his latest? His latest was a DUI, I believe. So he was a fifth round. I believe he's a fifth round selection in 2012. This was a while ago.
Number 5 overall, Cavante. 2-time All-American, Biletnikoff Award, best receiver in the country, 2010 and 2011, and he was on the All-Rookie team.
Sheesh. And wait, I'm sorry. What was his round? I mean, what was his selection?
Number 5 overall to the Jaguars.
5. I'm tripping. I think he was 5th, but it was 5, but it wasn't 5th round. It was 5th overall. My gosh, Justin Blackman was a 5th overall. He was a absolute dog at Oklahoma State. Cowboys. He was a absolute dog. Picked in the 20. That was a 2012. That was a 2012 draft. And before you knew it, in the blink of an eye, he was out the league in like 2013. And it's like, yo, what's really going on? So he had a couple things going on with him. One, I think the most recent thing was a DUI. But he's had marijuana possession, public intoxication. I think that was the last one, the public intoxication. God, man, this brother had so much talent and so much promise and so much potential, and he literally threw it all away, or smoked it away, drunk it away. I don't know, but he was an absolute animal in college, man. You just knew he was going to be like, he was supposed to be better than Des Bryant. Like that's who he reminded me of, but his potential was beyond Des Bryant. I mean, just look at the highlights. You ain't doing nothing with him. Hey, you ain't doing nothing with him. You out there covering him. You running for cardio because you're not covering him. And I just hate to see a young black man have the opportunity that he had to, be able to obtain generational wealth, make millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, and he literally blows it all away. I agree, Mark. Yeah, so it's really unfortunate. I wish that there was somebody in his corner that could have kept a closer eye on him. If he'd have played under Deion Sanders, I think he would have been straight. But I don't think there was anybody that was close enough to him that had a positive effect on him. But mental health issues is a thing. That was probably his way of coping, and it seems as though that there was no moderation in his vices that he chose to cope with, between public intoxication, DUI, marijuana. Very, very, very unfortunate, man. And just looking back, it's like, damn, yo, this was a wild time, man. College football was crazy, and he was out of this world. Like, wide receivers getting picked in the top 5 is not a given, and he was picked in the top 5, and he had all the potential in the world. And it's very, very unfortunate that he really only was in the league like a year or two before he, pretty much got kicked out because of all the mishaps that were going on with him. But we wish him the best. Wish him well with his mental health, his journey that he's going on. There's folks out here, there's young folks out here taking their lives because things is hard and because things are getting dark. And I'm hoping and praying that there's more for him on the other side of this, and I hope he gets the help that he absolutely needs. But that is the first. That is the first Goofy. The next one, Byron. This one came from our good friend Raj, man. And Raj calls a Goofy. He calls a Goofy or two out. And unfortunately, it's a woman that we all know. That we all know and love. She has a very very talented and famous mother as well. and she was actually talking with another famous lady, first lady, Michelle Obama's podcast. I didn't know she had a podcast. Apparently she has a podcast. She has a podcast with her brother. I had no idea until Miss Ross came up here talking his goofiness. Sorry, Raj, we can't play a clip, right? We cannot, right?
You should be able to play this.
Raj, what you think?
You can play the audio, I think, but I don't think you can play the clip. I'm not sure.
Oh joy. I'm not sure.
This is what we'll do. This is what we'll do. I don't see why we. You know what? This is what we'll do. Let me see if I can.
Reasons. I mean, we've talked about this that often I date younger men, and a lot of it is because.
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a great dinner. We had a great dinner, by the way. We're across the table. Your husband goes, "But why?" And I said, "Well, maybe because I can."
Yes, This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracy's.
It's fun. It's very fun to share.
Tracy tale.
But
I'm sorry.
But one of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, "What is this about?"
Yeah.
Because I want a partner, and so often, and it's not just that I'm older. I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
There's that.
But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again.
All right. Jesus Christ. What you talking about, lady? And I'm upset. I'm upset that Michelle Obama damn near agreed with her. I'm also upset that the brother had nothing to say. Like, yo, are y'all starstruck? What's going on? She's talking wildness. And honestly, her dating a younger man is not surprised. Her wanting and like dating younger men is like that's not even the crazy part. You know what I'm saying? It's just that usually when it's the reverse, it's usually like it's kind of weird or whatever. But my thing is I didn't understand. I don't understand.
Mark.
I agree.
Comment of the night.
I agree, Mark. That is a great comment. That is definitely the comment of the night. Yes, her character was goofy, and she is absolutely being goofy. One, I think the term toxic masculinity is stupid. I think it's dumb. I don't think there's a such thing as toxic masculinity. I just think when women say toxic masculinity, they're just saying it in the sense that they can't control a masculine person, they can't control a masculine man. So therefore, now it's toxic because you can't navigate around it. Your femininity is finding it hard to be in the same space as this masculinity. That's the problem here. But because you can't coexist, it's toxic. I don't think that's fair, and I don't think that's right. Her dating a younger man, I mean, it is what it is. She's well in her right to do, whatever she wants, but to say that men her age, because I'm trying to figure out what is it that a young man can do for you that I'm sure chances are you have nothing in common with. I'm really trying. Now, if you out here just trying to get your rocks off, it is what it is. But she said she's looking for a partner, and she's only been dating younger men. What I don't know. I don't understand it. But the crazy thing is, I think a lot of women in her age bracket are in this in between the zone. You know what I'm saying? They're in this weird space. They're in this weird space where it's like they don't want to date older men because they're old. They're older. She looks great. No shade. Still looks great, but she's in her 50s, if I'm not mistaken.
52.
So men her age and older are in their 50s and 60s. Them dudes are stuck in their ways. Ain't no changing nothing they got going on. Oh gosh, turn it off. Turn it off. I'll talk like this. Turn it off. Turn the TV off. And those that are younger are not ready to settle down and don't have anything in common. Like, you dating younger kids, they probably like, you're probably like their mom age. Like, this is weird. We're in really weird territory right now. And again, you could do what you want, but if you're telling me you're looking for a partner or you're trying to get your rocks, like, it's two different things. We're talking about two different things. There's nobody, like, let's go back 20 years. She's dating somebody in their 30s. Please. Like, let's not. I hope she's not going to the 20s, because heaven forbid, a lot of them still they still in the streets.
You're missing the biggest point though, Cravante.
What's that?
She's dating the younger dudes because they're broke, and she can control them because she has money.
I was gonna say that's the biggest thing. I was gonna even say not a money thing. I do agree that money has something to do with it, but it's more a control thing. When she's older like that, she can mold them young boys how she wants them.
And that is why there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. It's regular masculinity that you can't control. This is why. And pretty much women, women came up with this terminology. Like, this is not a regular term. That's like toxic femininity, whatever. That's not a thing. Just made that up. You just put toxic in front of it because you can't control it. It's absurd. Absolutely absurd. And we talk about Shannon Sharpe being too old. She's too old to be talking the wild stuff that she's talking. Good luck to her and her goofy trials, because only women could get away with the stuff that she's talking about doing, and her mode, like her methods. Women are the ones that could get away with that without backlash. I mean, I'm doing a backlashing, but it is what it is. She's not getting no real backlash, because on top of that, Michelle Obama was going with it. And I'm like, yo, Michelle, for real? Are we being serious right now? Like, stop, bro. This is goofy, and this is too much. But the whole thing is that she's dating younger men because she can control them. She can't control men her age or older because they're men. they're men. A lot of them are a man's man. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going for none of the stuff that you trying to do, and they don't have the same thought process as far as like what's going on in the world. A lot of men that's in their 50s and 60s are like still have somewhat of a traditional mindset, and it seems like she doesn't want that. But that's where your partnership is going on, because now you talking about controlling a younger man because of money and lack of experience. Sounds like you want to be a mother. And that's the thing that women complain about too. They want to raise a man. They don't want to raise a boy, all that baby boy, Jody, and all that. They don't want to do that. But That's kind of looking like what she doing, which is weird. I'm not gonna be honest with you. And the fact that Michelle Obama and her brother, Loki, I'm taking their silence as agreeing, at least the guy silence as agreeing, but I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the whole segment. But it is what it is. Those are my goofies of the week. Miss Ross and unfortunately Justin Blackman. Y'all know my line. There's a thin line between goofy and great, and they are on the wrong end of this. Gotta do better.
Oh, gosh. Something wrong here.
Stupid. Just stupid. Well, now that's goofy.
Jam. Oh, jam.
Thank you, Cravante, for those goofies of the week. And it's funny that like mother, like daughter. Because remember, you guys don't remember. Remember, her mom had Michael Jackson living with her when he was only 10 years old, and he used to call her mama and his girlfriend. And yes, you can Google it. It's a real thing. If you didn't know, learn something new today. If you didn't know, Michael Jackson used to live with Diana Ross. So take that for whatever it's worth. Remember, just if this was like the Diddy situation, having Justin Bieber and Usher, double standard. Just saying. But anyway, it is what it is. If you didn't know, just some fun facts for you for today about the wonderful people in the industry.
Wow.
I don't know if you knew that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Just some Flex Zone knowledge. God's favorite host gotcha.
Wow.
I do more than sports.
We definitely do more than sports.
No, just
Man,
had to show
but
you.
weren't they filming The Wiz during that time, though?
I'm sure they were filming a lot of things, right?
1969.
Wow.
He was
Wow.
like 12 or 13 years old.
Oh, yikes.
And his mother approved of it. And she even wrote it in her book. He called her mama and his girlfriend. So there you go. Whatever. Anyway, nevertheless, just some fun Flex Zone factoids for you. Another episode in the book, Drizzy Dre, episode 486, and we move on to 487 next Monday. We'll be recapping the NFL draft.
Yeah, we got the NFL draft. We still got playoffs for the NBA and NHL, Major League Baseball. So it's still a lot to discuss on the table. Oh, and then the WNBA will be starting real soon as well.
Yes, it will. Executive producer and co-founder, DOTC, News Rapper Chief, Drizzy Dre, the captain of the Goofy Ship, the co-founder and voice of reason, Cravante Bebe. NFL draft approaching. Draft profiles keep coming on out.
Yeah, man. We wrapping this up tomorrow, man. We got 1,000 of them, yo. we got to wrap this thing up, yo.
And last but not least, social media producer makes his streams pristine. Big Raj, what's up, man?
Hit that like and subscribe button. I see 41 people in here. I see about 31 people on X. Come on to YouTube and hit and search the Flex Zone podcast and hit up the YouTube channel so you can get all the videos. We have all the videos of all the NFL draft profiles. We have everything. So come on over. If you're on X, come on over to YouTube. Hit the like and subscribe button. Check us out. Check us out. More of our content out. And let us know what you think in the comments section.
Appreciate all of you guys in the chat and ladies on X. Follow us at the Flex Zone 1 on Twitter. You'll see a blue check mark. You can check out all the content when it drops there as well. But of course, here on YouTube as well. We were live for WrestleMania. We were live for NXT. We were doing draft profiles. We were live for SmackDown. We got a lot of content on. We were live today, recapping night 2, and we even recapped night 1. So look for that moving forward with the big PLEs for WWE and AEW. We'll be doing recaps after the show as well. So get into that. And as always, the draft on Thursday will be live for. You may get a little pre-draft, maybe a one-man show, one-man mock draft on Thursday. So stay tuned for that. And Wednesday, AEW, tomorrow, NXT, and we'll wrap up those draft profiles on Cravante. SmackDown on Friday. And this weekend, no wrestling. So we'll probably take the weekend off, see what happens there. But for Dre, Cravante, and Raj, everybody in the chat, Mark, Miss Queen, we had Tony the Tiger in the building, Sean, everybody that's always watching us, Alex, all the good folks of the Flex On podcast.
Free cereal, yo.
Make sure y'all check us out. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, throw your ones up, acknowledge us. The Head of the Sports Podcast table. The only place giving you sports how you want it, fellas.
When you need it.
flexon1@gmail.com, Flexon Podcast on TikTok, the Flex on One on all your platforms. We'll see you with more content tomorrow on the channel. Hit the bell, vote on the poll on the way out. Hit that thumbs up. We're out of here, y'all. Putting the kids to bed. Peace.